Muslim is a fighter religion.
A fighter religion?
Fighter religion, yes. It's a religion of jihad and fighting.
I agree that is Islam, yeah. You just said that Islam is a fighter religion that has jihad and a cause for fighting, and then in the next sentence said to bring about peace.
Or an order in the world.
After you have accepted Christ, every day we bring ourselves closer to be Christ-like.
Jesus, he doesn't want time wasters.
Then don't waste your time. Do you know what the definition of insanity is?
Insanity.
The definition of insanity is doing the same thing again and again and again and expecting different results.
Look, maybe you have a problem with the name, huh?
I have a problem with extortion tax.
It's the religion of fitra, it's the religion of natural disposition.
No, natural disposition is the opinion that you believe in God.
No. Look, if you put a child somewhere in an island and he doesn't see any human being, he grow up, he will grow up a Muslim.
Okay, so he would have said the Shahada.
He will be closer to Islam. No. He will be closer to Islam than any other religion.
No, he won't be.
No, he would.
How can he affirm the... Wait, what is the Shahada?
Because he would know his creator.
What is the Shahada? Tell me the Shahada.
The Shahada is to seek.
Can you just say it to me?
It's a very, you're not going to understand it. It's very complicated.
The Shahada is complicated.
No, you're not going to understand it. It's very complicated. If I start now...
Can you say it in Arabic?
Look,
my friend,
Muslim,
you're
a little child on an island, he would be connected spiritually with his creator.
Okay.
He would know God.
I agree with you.
Maybe he will not know Muhammad.
He won't know Muhammad.
Necessarily.
And he won't know Jesus, will he?
He won't know Jesus.
Not the person of Jesus in Jerusalem.
He would know God.
Alright, take care, man. All the best.
But this is my point. He would know God.
Yes, I agree. But that God...
You teach him about Jesus, so you...
And you have to teach him about Muhammad. Come on.
No. Listen,
the child will not know the Shahada. The child will not know... Will the child know what shirk is?
You only say to him, forget God.
No, we don't say that.
You're not good enough to be with God. Be with Jesus.
Do you think you're good enough to be with God?
Yes, I am.
You think you're good enough?
Yes.
The Sayyid today thinks he is good enough to be equated with God.
Yes.
Wow. No, my friend.
So are you.
It's not for Allah.
So are you, is everybody.
Everybody?
Yes.
So you think people here who blaspheme against Muhammad are just as worthy, I say blaspheme against Muhammad, blaspheme against Allah by insulting his prophet, Muhammad, are just as worthy as you?
Chris, look.
Saeed, I think you're very confused. And you see, the thing is that I don't think you fully know how to articulate and defend your faith. I think that's partly because your faith isn't true.
The problem is I don't know English very well,
Partly, but...
I can't express what I think, or what I believe.
Do you know what the definition of insanity is?
Insanity.
The definition of insanity is doing the same thing again and again and again and expecting different results.
Look, all I'm saying to you is I know God.
Okay, if you know God.
I have a direct relationship with Him.
Okay, good. And you pray to God, yes?
Yes, I pray.
You pray to God. Good. And God loves you, yes?
Of course.
And He loves you despite of your sin, yes?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, and God will be willing to do everything He can to bring you to Him.
And I also have to do everything I can.
Yeah. So God offers you. So God offers you salvation, and then you have to accept.
I have to make some effort.
Yeah, and when you accept, you then have to live according to God's will. Yes.
No problem with that.
Right.
Yeah, I agree with that. No problem.
See, my friend, I think you are very close. I think doctrinally, in terms of your understanding, to being a Christian.
Look.
You've just got these bad ideas about Muhammad.
Religion is like normal life. When you are born, you cannot live and exist without your parents. Your mother look after you, feed you, and your father protect you and provide for you. If they leave you somewhere, you die.
Okay.
But then you become an adult. Now you could look after yourself. You don't need anybody, do you?
Okay.
You could look after yourself. You feed yourself. You do everything for yourself.
Okay.
Religion is like that. Maybe in the beginning you need Jesus, but then you become an adult and you look after yourself.
Why do you think I need Jesus?
Because He's your teacher.
I need Jesus.
And-
Listen,
No, no,
let me explain
I
it.
mean, in principle,
Okay.
Jesus is not here. So you need.
Yes, I am
you
a
need someone
disciple of
better than
Christ,
you.
and Christ is my teacher, yes, but Christ is also my atonement. Do you understand this?
No. That's doesn't.
Because let me explain
I
it.
don't know why you say that. It's,
Because there is no way I am worthy of a holy, living God. There is no way. Do you understand?
okay, you're not worthy now, but you could be worthy in the future.
What do I need to do? What do I
You
need to
get
do?
better and better.
Better.
Every day.
Do I
you
need to
get
become a
better.
monk? Do I need to go and
That's a way. That's a way.
even if I was a monk, I would still sin.
The thing is, you want to continue in your sin, and your,
No,
your
I
sin
don't.
being paid for by Jesus.
I want to live as Christ-like as I can,
Okay.
because He is the loving example for me and
here,
all of humanity.
In this park,
Yeah.
there is Christians who show hate to other people and still think Jesus died for them.
Well, that's not good then. But I want to follow the example of Christ, and Christ told me to love all.
So they're going about it the wrong way. If they go the right way, one day they will lose their hatred.
Listen. Human beings are not infallible. They are fallible. They can make mistakes. There are many people who've made mistakes in this park. Do you
Yes,
understand?
yes.
Right.
But God wants you to do your best every
Yes, He
day.
does. He does. He does.
So you don't need someone.
I don't
As
need a
long
Jew.
as
I
you
don't
do
need.
your
I don't
best.
need some Christian man here. No, I need Jesus Christ.
you
That is
don't
it.
need-
That is it. I need the living God, Jesus Christ. That is all I need. And through Him, I am atoned.
Even if I talk to you about your Jesus, is that-
And your
okay,
Jesus. Jesus is for all.
Okay, you say Jesus.
He didn't die for the Christians. He died for humanity, so that you may one day accept Him and accept that eternal promise
So
of life.
he made the ultimate sacrifice for
He did.
you.
Yes.
But
Well, and you.
okay, don't you think that you should be qualified to receive that gift?
I'm not qualified, and I never will be.
So he will not give. You have to.
I am
no,
not-
No,
listen.
You have to be good enough to get
no,
it.
no.
Jesus is not gonna give it to every
No,
Tom, Dick, and Harry.
he did give it to every Tom, Dick, and Harry.
No.
Yes, he did. Every
You
listen,
should
yeah.
respect the gift of God. It has
I
value.
agree, and you should as
You
well.
have to pay it.
and
It
you
has a
have it.
price.
You have the
It
gift
has
of
a price.
salvation. You have the
It
gift
has
of
a price.
salvation, and you can accept it. You have it. God has given it for you in His Son Jesus Christ.
Yes, even if I agree with you on that, you will not just get it by saying, okay, can I have it?
You already
No.
have it. You just need to
No,
accept it.
You have to be the perfect human being. You have to.
There is none
the perfect
perfect.
version of
Only
yourself.
Christ was perfect.
Yeah,
Do you understand
the
that? He was the good shepherd
You
in
have
John
to be
chapter
the
10.
perfect version of yourself. You have to be someone who improves on himself
That isn't.
every day.
Wait.
That's the price.
That
you have the price. You get it.
That
You don't
comes
have-
over time. That,
Goodbye.
That comes over time after you have accepted Christ. Every day we bring ourselves
Look,
closer
Jesus,
to be
he
Christ-like.
doesn't- Jesus, he doesn't want time wasters.
Then don't waste your
People
time.
who are the
Then
same
don't waste your
every day.
time.
If you are the same every day,
Exactly.
you go around every
This-
day
listen.
insulting people,
Listen.
like you always do. Do you think
I don't
Islam?
insult people. Listen.
Do you think Islam is the religion of hate?
I believe Islam is hateful towards unbelievers. Yes. But I think even you should believe that. Should acknowledge that.
Do you know Prophet Muhammad?
Yeah.
He allowed Christians to pray in his mosque.
Okay, so I was going to say, yeah. Well, first of all, it didn't do it for pagans. But second of all, is wait. When Muhammad died,
Do you know
what was
about this? Have you read about this?
Well, yeah, but he also made through revelation that there are the dhimmis who are to live subject to Muslims, and he sets out in rules which you can look at Ibn Kathir from how you're meant to live.
How
Churches
he
can't
be-
ring church bells.
How can he be
Christians
tolerant
can't
and
dress like Muslims.
intolerant? And he also said, whoever,
He was more
whoever
tolerant
harm
in the
a
beginning of
Christian-
his life.
who-
He was less tolerant later on.
Okay, he also said, whoever harms a Christian harms me.
But
He said, whoever harms a Christian
Yeah.
harms me.
okay, you're aware that he had people killed, yes, including Christians
Okay,
and
how
Jews.
do you, what you're gonna do? Is he tolerant and not tolerant? What is
In his early life in Mecca, he had to be more tolerant. Later in Medina, when he had many more followers, he was less tolerant. This is where Surah 9 comes from, which there is a command in Surah 9:29. We've been through this a lot now, where there's a command to subjugate.
Do you have internet?
Yes. I've brought up to you Surah 9, Ayah 29. Me and you both
are
know
you
this.
saying
Yeah.
any verse that were revealed in Medina?
There is a principle of abrogation.
Tolerance.
Well, yeah.
It's not about tolerance.
No. You can find some that probably are tolerant.
In Medina.
Probably
So
can.
why you say abrogated then?
Because Surah 9 abrogated the command to be peaceful with Jews and Christians. The idea being that because Muhammad had revealed his revelation, the Christians and Jews were now bound to that revelation.
Which verse?
Surah 9, ayah 29.
Surah
Yeah.
abrogated. You said
Yes.
it's abrogated.
Most scholars would say that's abrogated previous surahs where there was commands to,
I
your
told
religion
you-
and my religion.
I told you, the state has to take tax from everybody.
Yes. It's called extortion
If
when you
they-
go up to
no,
certain
no.
groups based on their religion and you say they have to pay a special tax for protection. You know, it's like if I said to you, I say, I will protect you, just give me some money.
Do the
No.
police here, they don't protect us.
Not for money. As in they don't.
Don't you pay them?
The police do it for everyone. Do
Where your national contribution, where does it go?
It goes the same place that every other person in the state pays. You pay the same tax
you
I
pay
pay.
the police.
Yes, and so do you.
So that to protect us.
Equally, yes.
Ah,
But you're saying the Muslim overlords would protect the Jews and Christians only if they paid a special tax. That's called extortion.
if I don't pay the police, they'll kick me out of the country.
Right, but I also have to do that as a state, universal.
So in Islam, you have to pay.
But only the Jews and Christians pay the jizya tax. Do you pay the jizya tax?
Muslims also pay the police, my friend.
Yes, but the police is universal. The police is a
In a
different
Muslim
thing.
country,
Yeah.
everybody pay,
Yes,
and it goes for the
I
police.
aware. But do the Christians and Jews there pay jizya?
Yes, they do. Yeah.
Right, okay, so just them, not the Muslims. Do the Muslims pay jizya? Do the Muslims pay
They
jizya?
pay zakat. And
Yeah, I know they pay other taxes, but do they pay the
They pay
jizya
more.
tax?
They pay more.
My friend, it doesn't matter whether they pay more or less. The point is that you discriminate based on religion.
Okay, what do you want? What's
I
the
want,
problem?
I want people to live like Christ and not to discriminate and to have people pay additional tax
So
to the
you
state
you
for
don't have a
protection
problem with
if they're
them
religion.
paying. Maybe you have a problem with the name. Huh?
I have a problem with extortion tax.
So what's your solution?
Don't pay extortion tax.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Christians don't need to
Christians don't say to Muslims, right now in the modern world, that Muslims need to pay specific extra taxes for protection, otherwise they'll kill them.
pay. But do you know, Chris, the problem is Christian and Jews in that time, I don't know now, in that time, they don't want to join the army and the police.
Okay?
They don't want to make peace, because peace has to be maintained. You need forces to maintain the peace, right?
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. They don't want to be that force. They don't want to join that force to look after peace. So they have to contribute.
Okay. I don't think this
You have
conversation is
problem
going
with the jizya. You have problem with the name jizya. We could change it.
I have a problem with forced
We could
conversion
call it
and violence.
We could call it zakah. Okay.
Zakat is different, yes? And as a Muslim, you're obligated to pay zakat.
Yeah.
I understand that. But violence in the name of
Okay, let's
Islam
go
or
back to
any
our-
religion is
let's
not,
go
not
back to our
justified when it's
topic,
subjugation of
tolerance.
others.
We go back to our topic tolerance. Okay, what do you make of the Prophet? Is he tolerant, not tolerant? What do you make?
Not tolerant, no.
Not tolerant. Why would he allow Christian? Do you know for him to allow Christian to pray in his mosque? That's unheard of in that time.
Yes. What I'm saying though is that in early parts of his life he did one thing, in other parts
But
he did
this
another
is
thing.
Medina, my friend. This is Medina.
Okay. But when he died, the last orders that the early caliphate took and they went with were not be nice to Christians, let them pray in your mosque. No. It was you are to subjugate Christians through force unless they say the Shahada or they pay jizya.
Look, my friend. What he said in his last days, okay, it doesn't really mean he hates Christians. It doesn't. It's about something else. He said, remove the Jews and the Christians out of Arabia. Do you know why?
Because he didn't like Jews or Christians.
No.
Why?
Why? Because Muslim is a fighter religion.
A fighter religion.
Fighter religion, yes. It's a religion of jihad and fighting.
I agree that is Islam, yeah.
So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He put on them the responsibility of world peace, to bring peace to the world. Because
sorry, man.
the world had no peace in that time, right?
Yeah,
You
but
agree?
You've just said
Somebody has to
wait,
bring peace, my
sorry.
friend.
I know, but listen.
You
just
or
said
me or anybody, somebody
wait.
Muslims volunteered.
You just said that Islam is a fighter religion
Yes.
that has jihad and a cause for fighting, and then in the next sentence said to bring about peace.
Or an order in the world, because there was no peace and order in the world. Somebody has to bring it. Everybody was fighting everybody inside Arabia and outside. So somebody has to tell people, everybody peace now. Everybody, somebody has to do it.
Sayyid,
You don't want to do it, I'll do it.
I think we're talking about many things that we've talked about before, and I think we're just disagreeing. So I'd like to end the conversation there, if that's okay.
No problem.
Are you alright with that,
Yeah,
Saeed?
no
We'll talk about something next time.
Thank
Okay.
you very much.
Okay.
Leave Islam.
Do you want to do a wrap up, Saeed?
Yes, some wrap up words.
Okay.
Be nice.
Islam is the religion of peace. It's the
Go ahead,
religion
tell
of peace and order.
All right.
It's the religion of love. The first generation of Muslims, they volunteered to bring peace to the world. That time, there was no peace in the world. So somebody has to bring peace. Somebody has to volunteer. Me, you Christian, you don't want to volunteer for world peace. So Muslims will volunteer to bring peace. Okay, I'll give you an example.
All right.
I'll give you an example. When Muslims came to Palestine and took Palestine from the Christians, they saw that the Christians they turned the Jewish shrine into a rubbish dump. So the Muslims told the Jews, you can have your shrine back. Okay? So that peace, that justice, that's freedom of religion. Okay. When Muslims came to Egypt, the Christian Egyptians, they were happy that Muslims came and got rid of them of their Catholic rulers who oppressed them. Okay. I'll finish with this. Prophet Muhammad, he allowed Christians to pray in his mosque. In his mosque. The Muslims said to the Prophet, why you allow somebody other than Allah to be invoked in your mosque? He said, no problem, let them do their prayer. We accept our religion, let them pray to their God. Prophet Muhammad also said, whoever harms a Christian harms me.
Is that true?
Whoever harms a Christian, he harms me. He didn't say whoever harms Muslims harms me.
Where do you find that reference in the hadith?
Yes, in hadith, yeah, you can find it.
Sahih or Da'if?
Sahih, very easy to find. The Prophet Muhammad, he had Jewish wives. He loved Jews and Christians. Okay, that's all I have to say.
Sahih, come to Christ. Sahih.
Okay,
In Islam.
thank you very much. Thank you.
Right, pass the mic. Right, Chris, wrap up. Hurry up, Butch.
All right, so I don't quite know exactly where to start about that. So there was a lot of what he said that isn't quite right.
Okay.
I think he summarized it very well when he said that Islam is a fighter religion. It's a religion of jihad. And you got to go in and you have to conquer and you have to fight. And then in the next sentence, and he said to bring about world peace. So I find that difficult to sort of reconcile those two things. Now, one thing I just want to end with this, and I think this is a good way of looking at it. You look at Surah 9, Ayah 29, where there's a command to subjugate the Jews and the Christians until they either say their Shahada or they pay the jizya tax. You look at Ibn Kathir's tafsir of it, and he actually details what a dhimmi is and what a dhimmi can and cannot do. And he goes into great detail. He talks about how the Christians can't ring their church bells, how the Christians cannot dress to look like Muslims, how Christians have to be made humble and be made to feel humiliated as a people in relation to Muslims. And I think that sums it up. I think that's a clear understanding.
Surah 98 too.
Yeah.
Jesus is alive. I work
Yeah.
not dust. Human when died, change to dust.
Right,
Jesus is
Auntie.
alive. Jesus is alive.
Finish.
He is alive, Auntie. Correct,
He is
Mundo.
alive, God bless.
Go on, Chris.
And I think that summed it up. I don't really think I need to say more than that. I think,
Sincere Muslims watching the video?
yeah. He talked about how Muslims went into, was it Egypt or wherever it was, and the Christians, Palestine, okay, and they were really happy about that. You know what, I have a funny feeling they weren't. I don't really think that needs much of an argument. I think it's quite evident to anyone who watches objectively that Saeed, I think, is unfortunately not clued in on this one. But I hope, Saeed, sincerely, you learn to come to Christ and you renounce these ways, because I think it'll be better for you.
Go on, Sahih.
And that's a wrap up.
All right, cool.
God bless.
God bless you, Chris. Cut.